What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Trey Swish back again, and today I want to check out Marathon because that is Bungie's next game that they're making, and we haven't had an update on this in a long time. But this is what we got a year ago, and let's look at it. I've seen it once, didn't really give it much thought. Very bright colors. Love the music. Dun, 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 dun. I fucking miss Bungie. Oh, I miss them so much, and I'm excited for Marathon, bro. I really am. I'm really hoping they can tap back into that Halo magic they had, and Marathon obviously is what made them make Halo eventually. Especially with the lore. Ooh, a terminal? Or I want to just... feel like I'm at a rave. With the bass drop! Oh no. This looks sick, bro. I don't even know what the fuck they're looking at, but... okay, that looks weird. It does. It looks odd, but I like it. I like it. It's like paintball, but blue. Blue blood. I feel like I'm watching a TikTok version of a gaming trailer. You know what I mean? Like, I'm being so oversensitized. What the? Is that the moon? Marathon. Alright. I forgot how, like, pretty it looked. Very colorful. Very vibrant. Let's look at the top comments real quick. We're gonna look at a little breakdown of what the details and everything. I didn't play the original Marathon by any means. Can't wait for this to release 5 layoffs later. Bro, I'm so happy I didn't play Destiny. My cuzzo, he loved that game. Oh man, he probably put so many hours in that game. I played the first one, but I played to the end of the first campaign before like the DLC or the expansion or whatever they did. And I was like, this isn't for me. I wasn't used to like MMOs at the time. It was a first-person shooter, obviously, but I just got bored. I really did. There was like no multiplayer at the time either. Everyone commenting on the visuals, but the audio sounding incredible. Bro, the audio sounds fucking dope. It really does. It like I just feel like I want to dance when I'm listening to that shit. And I'm a terrible dancer. You don't want to see that. It's a bad sight. Regardless of how the game turns out, this is a damn good trailer. The visuals and music are on point. Yeah, I feel like I'm way too oversensitized, honestly. No idea, but it's a great way to tease it out. Let's hopefully this video, so that was brought to us by Marathon, obviously. If you like this, go give it a like. I should give it a like. I should give it a sub because I am interested in this project going further. Next video is going to be by G's Gaming Experience. So let's see what this is all about.
Wake up, babe. New orb just dropped. And while the reception is mostly positive for Bungie's new launch, many still feel like this company is living in the shadow of Destiny 2, for better or worse.
A lot of people don't like Destiny 2 because of the business model. That's what I've heard. Very scummy, very taxing. But that's modern gaming for you, folks. So there's a huge player base for Destiny 2 for sure. So I'm excited to see what happens. I'm gonna get a drink real quick. Oh goodness.
On Wednesday, May the 23rd, 2023, Bungie revealed a secret project that they had been working on for quite some time. That project essentially being a reboot of a license that they've had the intellectual rights to for a few decades, called Marathon.
Wait, didn't they create this? obviously they would have the rights to that, right?
Released in 1994 on the Mac.
Ew.
When the Mac looked like
had no games. There was no games apparently.
this. Computers don't look like that anymore, and neither should your wallet. This video was sponsored by The Ridge.
Oh,
Most
nice.
You're familiar with The Ridge by now. They make everyday care.
I'm gonna tell you, if you're interested in buying Ridge, I'll tell you one even better. Let me get my information out of here before I show you. You can find a bunch of off brands on Amazon that are the same and have a lifetime warranty. Let me not show you that information. Shit, what I'm doing, I'm being risky. Don't steal my money. I don't even have 100 subs yet, bro. Once I get to 1,000 and then, you know, the hours and whatever, I can start making money. You could funnel off my shit a little bit, you know.
Items like wallets.
Just kidding. Don't take my shit.
In a much more efficient.
I'll find you and fuck you up.
Space-taking path.
It's a joke, but I do feel like John Wick sometimes.
Ridge products come in a number of different finishes, but something that's come on the block recently are leather finishes for Father's Day. Said Father's Day sale is running now until June 15th.
My father went and got milk, bro. The fuck you? Why is man talking about my dad, bro?
Father's Day gift.
The fuck?
Look no further. They're super easy to use, stylish, and functional.
Hell yeah.
Cases and wallets are the last ones you'll ever need to buy.
My boy is a Star Wars fan. I really hope you like the Alkalite, brother. Man, that's another subject for another day.
Lifetime warranty. With over 3 million customers and 50,000 5-star reviews, it's no wonder that The Ridge is confident in their products. For a great Father's Day gift, go to my link in the description, ridge.com/Gregor, and you can save up to 40% off of your order.
Go to the link, bro.
/Gregor to save 40% off of your order. To give it
Sorry, I'm very, very caffeinated right now. But another thing he didn't point out, I've heard, this is lore rumors that someone had the Ridge wallet next to their heart and they got shot by a 50 cal bullet. Actually, it was a tank missile bullet explosive. Do tanks shoot missiles, bullets, or bombs? Comment down below. But the Ridge line, Ridge whatever, saved it. Nah, you're not believing me. Okay.
Of just how long ago that was. 1994 predates the first Half-Life, which came out in 1998.
Oh, wow.
Source engine, basically creating the building blocks for competitive FPS games.
So this shit's old as fuck.
As we know them now. Half-Life stood on the shoulders of boomer shooter giants, and the granddaddy of them all was Doom.
Yes, sir.
For MS-DOS in 1993, when computers were operated by typing text commands.
Bro, what? These motherfuckers did what?
Just creating an FPS level.
Bro, what?
All was still largely dictated by creative programming.
That's the fucking controller?
To contextualize that without getting too verbose, Marathon was considered significant at the time because
how?
To look up and look down.
Where similar games of the time would only allow you to look from...
I'm sorry, I am so happy I was born in this generation. I'm not a millennial. I'm actually the first Gen X or Gen Z. Not Gen X was my that's a lot older than me. Yeah.
I decide.
Thank God though.
Used a clever parallax effect to allow you to look up and down.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I hated arcades when I was young because I had a Game Boy. This is crazy.
Still doesn't do it for you. Marathon predates the impeachment of Bill Clinton. This is all a little bit but the main point here is that Marathon is what allowed Bungie to be taken seriously.
Yeah,
which was the
it did.
Stone that got them to start making Halo.
I've heard that the lore for this game is very good. Very good. And it somehow ties into Halo, and there's theories that it actually Halo, Marathon, and Destiny all tie in together. Which is interesting, you know? It is kind of, it's a cool, you know, I like theories and all that kind of stuff.
And become the FPS powerhouse that they are known as today.
Oh my God, the future soldier.
So there are a ton of expectations prescribed to Marathon on its virtue of existing right now. We know very little about Marathon other than it's set in the Marathon universe and that it's going to be a PvP extraction shooter.
Oh, that's like Tarkov, right?
The general premise being you go into an open PvP and PvE mixed environment.
Interesting, because I feel like Tarkov is kind of falling off right now. That is interesting. But BRs and extraction shooters, I feel like they're both like huge trends that were popping, but now they're kind of falling off. It's interesting to think about because it's like I feel like we're due for some kind of new game mode. New I don't know. It was BRs, it was extractions, it was survival games. There's been a lot of waves of new gaming. I don't know. I feel like we're due for something new.
Where you collect loot and make the decision whether or not to stay and get more loot
Yeah.
or leave with the spoils that you have collected. I'll talk a little bit about the reception to that a bit later. I think the biggest takeaway for people from the cinematic trailer that Bungie has released is that the game is going to be quite visually striking with a very cyberpunk-inspired art style. It is in a sci-fi environment very similar to previous Bungie games.
Yep.
One of my favorite tropes consisting of the colonized solar system with
Ooh.
Earth, Mars, and the moon as livable, breathable spaces.
Yes.
However,
We nuked that fucking I think you had to nuke Mars or something like that to make that actually possible. Elon talked about it. I'm a dummy, I don't know.
Marathon, as we know it, doesn't really take place in that solar system. It takes place in Tau Ceti. Tau Ceti being a solar system close to ours,
Okay.
about 12 light years away.
What is that thing?
In the plot of the original games in the 90s, the Marathon is an arc ship transporting human colonists to this new solar system.
Okay.
We do have confirmation of story elements from the Marathon promotional website. A ghost ship hangs above a colony on Tau Ceti 4 where 30,000 people have disappeared. Why? We don't know. The characters are called runners, and they will travel, I presume, either on this ghost ship or the planet itself, trying to uncover the mystery as to why the hell this happened. Set 800 years in the future, clone technology...
Wait, are we gonna have a campaign then? Because like obviously with like Bungie games, you've had campaigns in the past, but like a looter shooter, or not a looter shooter, sorry, a extraction shooter, which I don't think I've ever played. Interesting on how that's gonna work.
Shift their consciousness to different bodies. So I'm assuming the idea here being a lore explanation for the PvP aspect of this game.
Yeah.
Basically saying you don't really die, but instead die and be born again.
So you respawn. Okay. We're respawning now, boys.
And again. Aside from that, we don't know much else. We just know it's an extraction shooter and it takes place in the Marathon universe. But
And the soundtrack slaps and the animations were popping.
willing to bet that the colonists that have disappeared have something to do with AI, aliens, eldritch beings, or a combination of all three. And I know this because, well, they're all featured quite heavily in the events of the Marathon games that came out previously.
Spoiler!
So we're going to delve into some pretty esoteric and high-minded space opera
Dude, that looks like a freaking flood-infested hunter or something.
sci-fi concepts here, probably. Typical Bungie-isms, typical sort of
That looks like Destiny.
what is a person, what is AI, what does it mean to be, blah, blah, blah. Bungie loves their Easter eggs, and I think it's an interesting setting for them to explore as an extraction shooter. Extraction shooters, by their nature, kind of working off of that framework.
That
Uncovering
Tarkov?
hidden clues and
Yeah, it
mysteries
is.
that illuminate the smaller puzzle pieces, elaborating on a bigger picture.
Well, that sounds
That's the
interesting.
more op-ed part of the video.
Okay.
I actually think that this is a really interesting angle to take with this game. Bungie has a proven track record of creating rich, lush environments to immerse yourself in. And Destiny 2
Except for in Destiny, where you play in that environment over and over and over and over, and it's like 3 maps for the whole fucking game. It was... I'm not gonna hate on you if you like Destiny. It just wasn't my cup of tea, bro. It really wasn't.
Great example of such things. Destiny 2 diehards will probably agree at the corporate level that the game has a number of problems, like any other live service game. But to take away from the
Fucking make us pay for the games again, bro. Fuck free to play, bro. It's just annoying. I'm tired of paying for aesthetics and shit. Let me unlock something and feel like I've accomplished something, you know?
production quality here.
God, if I'm wasting time, let me accomplish something. Fuck.
Now, the fact that this new Marathon game is an extraction shooter
Okay.
seems to be a central pain point for a lot of people. And I think there's a reason for it.
Because not a lot of people have played them. Let's be frank. Comment down below your favorite extraction shooter, if you've actually played one. And if it's just Tarkov, well, then we're fucked. Because that's only one game.
Whereas it seems for live service FPS games, the Battle Royale is starting to have a twilight. It's theorized extraction shooters are going to take that spot, for better or worse. And I think...
Okay.
I think there are reasons to be skeptical of Bungie's complete pivot to live service. Just about every live service game on the market right now has
So it's confirmed it's live service.
some kind of problem or list of problems, whether it's Overwatch's weird cancellation of their PvE mode, Apex's weird back and forth with its competitive community, even War Thunder.
Only thing that bothered me about Overwatch, honestly, is it's 5v5 now. I really enjoyed 6v6. Playing as a tank was a lot of fun. Now it's like a lot more pressure, you know? Kind of sucks.
Has gotten in the news recently for its egregious monetization policies.
Yeah, they have.
Just worn out with live service in general.
Which is funny because a lot of games have even worse monetization systems. If you ever played 2K, you know all about that.
I don't really get why this
Yep.
license was appropriated for that purpose. Destiny 2, especially from a PvP perspective, hasn't been received well for a couple of years, and the monetization practices of that game have garnered a great deal of pushback. If you're not aware, Bungie has a habit of locking cosmetics behind paywalls in Destiny 2.
Oh, brother!
Like a non-issue, and mechanically, the game is not really impacted by microtransactions. However, a huge pull for Destiny 2 is the customization and having your shiny guardian on display for all.
Yes, bro. What game was it that figured out that you can make a lot more money by doing a live service and making people pay for their armors and their skins and their cosmetics? Like, who was the first to do this? Because fuck them. Because they're smart as shit. But y'all fucked the whole industry up.
There are even
Straight up.
that can be awarded for having the most space drip. So if one of the main pulls for your game is the customization and it's paywalled on top of a paywall to play the expansions, you can see the issue. So while what I've seen of Marathon looks great, Bungie has implied that a big facet of the game is going to come from having a cool cyberpunk cyborg to customize. I have no doubt the game is going to be mired in controversy well after release.
A cyborg. Sounds like a future soldier, maybe, you know? Is it gonna have Mjolnir?
On those points. Now, personally, I'm a bit of a boomer on this point. I don't really care about cosmetic microtransactions in games, especially if it's first person. I'm not going to see my character.
That's true. That's 100% true.
There's like emotes or something. I think the really only effective way to alleviate these practices is to boycott them. And as we all know, getting dopamine addicted.
I think the reason, okay, hear me out. The reason I understand the perspective if you're playing a first person shooter, cosmetics really don't mean that much to you. But man, when I played Halo 3, and it was before, you know, the YouTube leaks and they had the leaks of the skull locations and, you know, Game Informer and magazines, and you had the Hayabusa, bro, before everybody had the Hayabusa, dude, I didn't give a fuck that I couldn't see that shit. I saw that shit when I died. It's like, yeah, I fucking died, but I'm still a fucking badass. You ain't got this armor. And then when I got recon, because I did all the vid masters, and these motherfuckers couldn't figure that shit out. Oh, baby. I didn't care that I couldn't see my skins. I didn't care about that, bro. Because I knew I looked like a badass. And I knew people wanted the fucking shit I had. It was a flex. Hell yeah, it was a flex, baby. That shit was dope. And that's part of the thing, bro. You want to achieve something. You want to be, you know, for someone that likes to play casually, and this is kind of how you get a casual player to play your game a lot more, I think. Maybe it's because I was in high school and middle school when Halo 3 was out. It was middle school. Yeah, middle school. I had a lot more time to play video games. But if there's a sense of accomplishment when you earn your armor and your skins or whatever it is, there is a motivation to play the game more, to unlock that stuff, because you want to look cool, right? You want to get the next best thing, so you grind and grind and grind for it. There's a reason those casual players get sweaty as fuck, and then the game gets naturally more competitive. But when you pay for your shit, those old casual players that did get sweaty and work cold as fuck, when they try that new game and you have to pay for your shit, it's like, man, there's no motive. Like, why do I grind anymore? Why do I even play the game anymore? Fuck this game. I don't know if that's how you feel or not, but I felt that way with Infinite 100%.
Gamers to boycott
100%.
their dopamine addiction is somewhat difficult. Most of the discourse surrounding this sort of stuff is done online. Most people watch a trailer, go, oh, that's kind of neat, thumbs up it, and then walk away. They don't engage in this discourse. However, if
That's true. That's 100% true. And there's a lot of people that don't even watch gaming trailers. And then eventually they hear about this new game that's popular. And they're like, oh, I gotta try it, man. You know, it's weird. We live in this niche that we think is like every gamer is exposed to. But it's really not. We're just tapped in.
Follows the trend of Destiny from a release point of view. If the game has something like a typical $20 or $40 release, Bungie's getting your money anyway. You kind of give Bungie an in, per se, to continue these practices, even if you don't like the microtransactions.
That's weird, though. I wouldn't think that would be successful. You pay for the game. You pay for microtransactions. You pay for the expansions. Bro, they're triple dipping. Holy shit.
After you buy the game. I'm more interested in what the gunplay is going to look like. I think that if Bungie can come up with some really interesting stuff here, and they've proven they know how to, I think that Marathon could separate itself. Bungie's...
Is this the Bungie team? I don't recognize any of these people. Are like any of the original Bungie members still at Bungie? Or is everybody the fuck out? Because that's fucking weird. That's so fucking weird to me.
Proven they know how to design a sandbox mechanically.
Like, think about a company you worked for, like, way back in the day. There's probably one or two people that still work at that company, you know what I mean? It's so odd. Like, gaming companies, like, the turnover rate is crazy. Especially nowadays. Well, man.
Whether or not they will tend to it well post-release remains to be seen. So I guess I could say, like many people, I am cautiously optimistic about Marathon. However, I think that completely writing it off without trying it first is kind of silly. And I think gassing it up like it's going to be the new Fortnite is also kind of silly. Gamers have...
Oh, I've heard so many people gas up games that have came and gone. They came and they went. So many games. It's the Halo killer. It's the next Fortnite. It's the next Call of Duty. Remember Splitgate? Remember Helldivers? Remember Halo Infinite? I fucking love Halo, man. I do. But it's fun to meme on it sometimes.
A tendency to treat every big release like they can look into a crystal ball and know exactly how it's going to go down. Marathon has been able to attract a massive Twitter following in a pretty short amount of time spent.
It's because they use the TikTok method, dude. That fucking trailer had me so oversensitized, dude. I've never taken Molly in my life, and I swear, watching a trailer, that was the closest thing I ever came to it.
There are a lot of
straight up
writing on this game. I wait curiously to see what the final product will look like, which won't be for a little while now. As the developers have stated, they will be going radio silent for some time now before they're ready to show us gameplay.
It's been a year, at least. I saw it said year ago for this video and the trailer.
However, I think
it's coming, boys.
That the game is going to have really good production quality.
It's coming.
Design perspective, and will definitely be a major selling point. If
yep.
Bungie can do enough compelling environmental storytelling with some novel mechanics for the extraction shooter genre, I'm here for it. The game will be cross-platform on the current generation of consoles,
okay,
as well as PC.
Ooh.
What do you guys think of the Marathon news we've seen so far?
The visuals are awesome. They really are, man.
Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Thank you for the video, brother. This shit went hard. Hell yeah. I'm gonna give you a like. Shout out to G's gaming experience. This was awesome. Let's see, top comment. Whoever wants to know about the original games, I would highly recommend watching Mandalore Gaming's review of the entire Marathon series. Super in-depth and well correlated. I might check that out sometime. You want to check out the lore for Marathon, but I don't want to play the original games because of obvious reasons. I don't want to input code. I wonder if they have like a remaster for the old games. That'd be interesting. Yeah, that's my reaction to the Marathon game that's coming here soon. We should be hearing news from it sooner or later. I just have a hunch. But yeah, man, thank you for tuning in to this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Peace and love. Love ya. Love ya.